Welcome back. Well, summer is almost over, so we're trying to get back to our normal routines. Joining us now is Dr. Ketan Patel, a sleep medicine specialist at UT Health East Texas. He's here to share some tips on how parents can get their children back on track with their school schedule. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
It's our pleasure. So what are some tips for parents to create a sleep routine to get their kids back on track for school? I know sometimes they're a little bit hesitant to go back to those earlier bedtimes.
Oh, it's always a little difficult time to get them back adjusted to the school time, but we should start at least 2 weeks prior to the school. Just set a consistent bedtime and a consistent wake-up time that we can follow through on a weekdays as well as weekend, except some special occasion. If they have a holiday, birthday, or vacation, yeah, they can allow to have a different sleep schedule. Along with that, they should have a comfortable atmosphere so they can fall asleep easily, such as turning the blind down, or you can set the comfortable temperature. All the distractions should be limited, such as TV should be turned off. All their cellular device needs to be turned off, usually 30 minutes to an hour before the bedtime. Make sure the physical activity is kind of limited, 30 minutes or an hour prior to the bedtime. And they should have some kind of relaxing remedies, such as listening to the music that's kind of relaxing them, or if they have some kind of relaxation technique that they can practice, could certainly make sure that they can fall asleep easily.
We always hear about that magic 8 hours. How many hours of sleep do kids actually need?
So that depends on their age group. If they are preschool, 3 to 5 years of age, they need about 9 to 10 hours of sleep. If they're school age, that's up to 6 to 13 years of age, they need about 9 hours or so. And then if they're teenagers, so 13 years and older, they need 7.5 to 8 hours of sleep. But they need a good amount of sleep for them to perform very well during the daytime in school.
And how about naps? You know, what is a good period of time for a nap? Sometimes, you know, you wake up and you feel even sleepier than when you were awake before. What do you recommend for our children?
So we'll recommend, as far as the school-going kids, not to take nap if they can. It's better for them. It's good for their overall sleep hygiene, and it's a better way to ensure that they'll get a good night's sleep and they won't have any difficulty initiating their sleep at night.
Interesting. So what are some signs that your kid isn't getting enough quality sleep? What are some big red flags of that?
Sure, that's a good question. So main thing that as a parents, and I have 2 kids, we look out for, it's how difficult it is for them to wake up in the morning. If they have a good quality sleep and a good amount of sleep that they need, it should be easy to be woken up in the morning. And then their behavior during the daytime will help us as well. Make sure they're not too emotional during the day. The difficulty concentration during the daytime, their focusing during the day would also help us decide how much sleep they're getting at night.
At what point do you think that a child needs to see a sleep specialist?
So any kind of symptoms, as I just mentioned, about difficulty waking up in the morning, any symptoms of snoring, if they have difficulty breathing at night, if they wake up choking or gasping at night, or they have some symptoms of we call night terror, nightmare, feel sleepy during the day, difficulty with concentration and focus during the daytime, that suggests that they're just not getting adequate quality of sleep at night. All are the symptoms that suggest that they need to see a sleep specialist.
Dr. Patel, you answered a lot of great questions for us. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me today.